What's up guys, it's the Bio Chef here. Today we're going to be talking about transduction pathways. So, what is a transduction pathway? The way I like to think about it, transduction pathways are like a secret message system that cells use to talk to each other. So just like how you might send a secret message from your friend to another friend, cells use transduction pathways to send messages from one part of the cell to another. For example, let's say that a smell is a secret message to your nose cells. When your nose cells receive this message, they start a chain reaction in your body using a transduction pathway. This chain reaction is like a series of whispers that gets louder and louder. Eventually, it leads to a response, such as a feeling of happiness because the smell is nice, or a feeling of sickness because the smell is bad. In this way, transduction pathways help your body respond to different signals in the environment and make sure you feel happy, healthy, and safe. So let's look at a practice question. Which is an advantage of having multiple steps in a transduction pathway? Is it A, greater amplification of the signal? B, each step can be activated by several G proteins simultaneously? C, less ATP is required? Or D, the nucleus does not need to be next to a plasma membrane? So the correct answer is going to be A, greater amplification of the signal. But why is this the correct answer? Greater amplification of a signal is correct because having multiple steps in a transduction pathway can lead to a greater amplification of the signal being transmitted. Just think of a game of telephone where one person whispers a message to the next person and so on. With each person in the chain, the message can get more distorted and less clear. However, in transduction pathways, the signal becomes stronger and clearer with each step. It's the exact opposite of the game of telephone. So that's why A is correct. Let's look at B. Each step can be activated by several G proteins simultaneously. Why is this wrong? So G proteins are not required for having multiple steps in a transduction pathway. While some pathways might involve multiple G proteins, it's not a requirement at all. Remember, these G proteins are signaling molecules that are involved in many transduction pathways, but not all. They act as intermediaries between the receptor and the downstream effectors, which transmit the signals from the plasma membrane to the target molecules within a cell. So yeah, that's why option B is incorrect. Let's look at option C now. Less ATP is required. So less ATP is required is not necessarily an advantage of having multiple steps in a transduction pathway. In fact, multiple steps may require more energy in the form of ATP to sustain the process. So yes, C is going to be wrong as well. So let's look at option D. The nucleus does not need to be next to the plasma membrane. So this is actually wrong as well. The location of the nucleus and its proximity to the plasma membrane has absolutely no direct relationship with the number of steps in a transduction pathway. So yeah, that's why D is wrong. Just remember that each step in the pathway can act as an amplifier of the signal, which leads to an increased overall response. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.